Okay.
So we're both, college educated.
Yes.
Both have a degree. Both pretty smart people all around. Right.
Right.
We're not. I'm not a fool. But I don't understand how mail works.
What do you mean? Like the USPS?
Yeah. I was thinking about it today, right? And I have a package coming from Connecticut from a friend.
Yeah.
And I want to know how it gets from their place to my place.
They drive it.
Obviously, right, okay. I understand short-term mail because everybody just drives around and the mailman, does his thing in his little car.
Yeah.
But, when I mail your Christmas present, they're not gonna, drive it out there.
They drive it as far as they go. They drive it to a bigger building, and that bigger building drives it to another big building, and they just take turns driving it.
So it just endlessly gets driven from one place to the next.
Yeah, well, this is like air, but I don't think that's going through air.
Right. Well, see, obviously, some stuff obviously gets, if it's international, that's obviously has to be air.
Haven't you ever stared at your tracking?
No.
It lists every single city it stops in.
I could just watch my mail, have a good time, and visit places.
You could.
Alright, hear me out. If I put some amount of biological piece of me in mail and then mail it, have I been to those areas then?
You have to reattach
does that not count? So if I get rid of a finger,
yep,
and then mail it around different places and then reattach it, well, it wouldn't. Does it count if the finger no longer works?
Well,
because there's no way the finger is gonna I could reattach it, but it won't work.
Well, if the finger's dead and they didn't preserve it, then they can't reattach it. Then it doesn't count.
Well, I could just sew it onto the stump of the finger slot. Okay, I guess we could preserve it and hopefully it works.
Yeah.
So that counts if I mail it to Korea or Germany or somewhere, right?
Yep.
And then reattach it. I now have been there.
Yep. You've been
that's such
there.
a hack.
I know, right? Trouble in the world for so much less.
People gotta abuse the system on this one.
Can't believe no one's done this.
I know.
Not
we're the first. Nobody else steal my bit. Nobody else steal my work. I'll be the first place to visit everywhere in under a budget.
That's how you do around the world in 90 days.
I only got 10 fingers. I guess I could use my toes.
Your toes.
I can hit several of them. Surely, one toe could cover all of the United Kingdom.
Probably, yeah.
Right? They're all small enough. You probably pass through all that in a day.
Yeah.
All right, now I know how mail works. I can add that to my resume.
Mystery solved.
Comprehensive understanding of the mail system. And with that, and it's not male as in the gender male, because that's an enigma still.
Indeed.
Male as in, welcome to episode 52 of You're Ridiculous. Woo! My name is Luke. I'm one of your hosts. With me, as always, is your other host, Wolf.
That's me.
No rain this week. She's extremely pregnant.
Oh, round.
She's about to burst this week or next week, I think.
Plump.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow, a Christmas baby.
I know. She was apparently due. Well, I'm not going to say that, but she's due soon.
Oh.
Or she's going to have the kid sooner than expected, I think.
Yeah, oh.
So, yeah, that'll be fun for her. You won't see her for a little bit, but
one day
she'll return. Maybe, yeah, if she's lucky.
From the war.
If she's lucky. We took a week off for the holidays. Hopefully, those of you that celebrate had a lovely holiday, and if you didn't, hopefully it was lovely all the same.
Yeah.
Well, last time, I was going to say last week, but that's not quite true. Last time we were on here, we talked about Wendell and Wild.
Yeah, we did.
And why it was mostly mid.
Yeah, mid.
It's all right.
Mid and mid.
Well, get ready for another mid-topic. Nah, not really. We're going to be talking about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Wow!
The newest entries to the Pokemon franchise.
They're poking and moning.
Well, surely they gotta be. If they ever stop doing one of those, they've failed.
Perhaps.
And then we're going to be talking about the game, and Wolf is also going to be rating the new Pokemon.
That's right. I haven't seen most of them.
Right, on a scale of like 1 to 10-ish.
Okay.
And then we will post the final pick on our Instagram, so make sure you're following that. And Twitter, of course.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So make sure you're following along with that if you want to see the full list. And then we'll finish off the episode, like always, with a question from Rain, who isn't here to ask it, but we have a suitable backup.
That's right. You're a pro voice actor.
Pro. All right, let's get into this. I was gonna throw it off to you, but I don't know how effective that'll be.
I've read tweets that all kind of say the same thing. Everyone hates it, but they love it.
That's pretty much it. All right, so what can you say like about this new game or about Pokemon in general? If I'm throwing it off to you as I normally would.
So Pokemon, it's a game, ongoing series. It's a video game and an anime about catching little pocket monsters.
It is
the most latest installment set somewhere. It is apparently the worst Pokemon game and the best Pokemon game all at the same time.
It sure is. That's pretty accurate. That's mostly what I was gonna say.
Oh, perfect.
You summed it up pretty well. I'll take it from here though.
Oh, great. That's all I got.
This is mostly gonna be a spoiler-free discussion, or I guess me explaining my thoughts, because it's only been out for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks by the time you're hearing this. But mostly spoiler-free, at least for the story-wise. We're gonna be talking about some actual Pokemon later, but if you don't watch our YouTube version, then you only hear the names.
Exactly. Use your imagination.
So I'm mostly gonna. Well, some of them the imagination is probably better than what they actually look like. I'm mostly just gonna be talking about the pros and cons right now. I think that's the most effective, and will sum up what Wolfie said pretty well.
Ooh.
So cons, first of all, a more general overview. This is set in the Paldea region. It is Scarlet and Violet. The two differences are one is themed around the past, and one is themed around the present. That's mostly only relevant future, not present.
Yeah.
Past and future. That's mostly only relevant or comes up for the endgame story stuff, as with most of the named games. It's really only relevant late in the story. And that's pretty much it.
Why are there two Pokemon games? Is it just for money?
What?
Like, why are there two versions?
Oh, I guess that's a good point in explaining. So, yeah, mostly for money. To be, I guess, because a lot of people buy both.
Wow, the fools!
The main difference is it's almost always just the main legend at the end of the game. So they're called box legends, the ones that appear on the box.
Yeah.
So whatever you like, traditionally, in like the first couple gens, that was basically the only difference. The previous ones from like Gen 5 onward, they've done version exclusives. And so if you buy one game, it'll have like 10 different Pokemon or something that don't appear in the other version.
I see.
And same with vice versa. If you buy the other half, you'll get 10 other ones that don't appear in the other version.
I see.
And so that's been like a pretty big theming or consistency recently. And it's really relevant this time as well.
I can't believe people stand for this.
Yeah, well, Pokemon fans are like every other fan base, and they don't know what they want.
Perhaps.
So.
That makes sense.
And they don't know what's good for them. So they're just going to be like, oh yeah, we got 2 Pokemon games instead of 1. Yeah, not knowing it's literally just the same shit. So I never really pay attention to which ones you get. I only really care about like the box legend. I just get which one's cooler.
Right.
I'm not going to buy the scrub version.
Of course, a waste.
Right. So Yeah, pros and cons, and I'll get into more about the game as a whole during this. So the cons are like why people saying this game sucks, obviously. But actually, I'll get into that after. The frame rate. The frame rate is not great at certain areas and certain cutscenes. There's one in particular where they're in a classroom and the kids are like swinging their feet like while in the chair.
Yeah.
And I swear it's like 2 frames a second. It's so bad. It was the worst part of the game that for that particular like frame rate. It was the worst. There was also like a windmill that the farther you go away from it, the worse it gets. And so it slows down more and more. Like if you get really up close to it, it's smooth and like a circle as it, you know, rotating as it should be. The farther it gets, it's like click, 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 click. It looks so bad. Yeah, it's really funny though.
They have one console to optimize for, and they didn't manage it.
Yeah, really. And it's not like any of these, like the next 2 topics I'll get into are bugs and glitches and graphics. None of these problems are like can be blamed by the Switch because you have Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade that like make this game look like a joke with how good the graphics and the frame rate and the loading and everything looks. So it's hilarious that they failed so tragically.
They handed that windmill off to an intern for practice.
They handed the whole game off to an unpaid intern. Next thing, bugs and glitches. I never really encountered these in my game. It's mostly just like character models breaking.
Right.
Character models growing, enlarging, or shrinking. If you get on a bike, you can literally become like a giant from Attack on Titan at one point. You can fall through some floors. There's like a whole, you know, it's not hard to find them. If you just Google them, you could find probably a whole compilation or just go on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I never really encountered these. I think some of them you definitely have to be looking for them to find them. I don't think they're like as ubiquitous. What's that?
As fans do. Go looking for shit.
Right. They're trying to find problems with it to complain about it. So one of my friends found a glitch where their arm kept rotating as they were throwing the ball. So there's stuff like that. Little weird stuff. None of it really game breaking. The worst thing I've seen so far are the crashes. I played the game for about 70 hours now, and I've crashed once.
Not bad.
So, no, that's like totally fine. I mean, like obviously I'd rather not crash at all. But if you leave autosave on, I didn't lose any progress, so it didn't matter.
Ah, perfect.
And then the graphics are sort of the last con I have for this game, or the games, I guess.
Yeah.
There are definitely sections where this game looks like a mobile game. Okay, like, and not one of those good mobile games, not like Genshin Impact. It looks like one of those really bad free-to-play games.
Those idle games.
Yeah. There's definitely like moments where the game looks good visually and everything, but there's also like just as many moments where it looks like dog ass. Not only does the water look like shit, mostly, it is the most glitchy part of the game. And so if you're going on the lake surfing, you are just chugging.
Imagine getting water wrong in this year of 2022.
I know, right? Especially when in 2021, Horizon Forbidden West made the best water dynamics of any game ever.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know there are different studios and everything, but come on.
First Red Dead with the horse balls, then Horizon with the water.
Yeah. This fucking Pokémon Scarlet and Violet looks like it's like shaking a Jello container. So get the cons out of the way. I'm gonna preface all of this, as funny as it is, none of it correlated with or directly impacted how much fun I had with the game.
Nice.
Which I think is really important. As funny as it is to laugh at all these bugs and glitches and frame rate problems or whatever, it never diminished the fun and experience of playing the game. So if you're worried about all that, don't let that scare you away, because the experience and the pros, which I'll list in a second, are really top tier. The only thing is, if you're someone who plays video games for the visuals, maybe skip over this one.
Indeed. You're also the weakest link.
You are extremely the weakest link. So, because, now we can get to the other part, the pros. And this game particularly does two things extremely well, and fixes two problems that Pokemon has suffered through its entire series when it's been a video game. This game fixes linearity.
Ooh.
It completely fixes it. I didn't mention before, but this game is completely open world, which is extremely new to Pokemon. Legends Arceus sort of made it open world, but not really.
I see.
It was like, you could go in this section of areas whenever you want, wherever you want, but then you can like slowly unlock new areas.
Yeah.
It was much more open world than Pokemon's ever been, but this one is completely open world. There's not a single area you can't go from the start. If you pick an area on the map, you can go there right away.
Nice.
There are some areas where it might take longer to get to, because you should probably not go here, so we're going to make it a little harder. But you can go there. Yeah, so it fixes linearity. You can challenge any gym whenever you want. You can be like level 10 Pokemon and challenge the 8th gym if you wanted to. So
speedrun.
Or you can go right to the Elite Four if you want.
And you show up at their door like you're just your starter.
So it fixes linearity, which is amazing, because that's always like, Pokemon has never been one, at least the Pokemon story has never been one for, choices, really. You're always told exactly where to go and when you can go there. The only choice you had, which has been team building, but that's relatively limited as well, because your team is locked to the Pokemon that you have access to at that time. So, if a Pokemon is like only available in the late stage of the game, you can't have it until much later. A problem that Gen 5 decided they're going to put like 80% of their Pokemon at late game. So that was not great. Yeah. So now, if you know about a Pokemon, like one of the legendary dragons that you typically can't get till later in the game, if you want one, you can have it, just go to that area and find it right away.
Yeah. Just got to beat it down.
Yeah. So that's great. The next thing is it pseudo fixes difficulty. Part of this is that a lot of people have always found Pokemon games really easy, as just the nature the funny thing is they're generally meant for they're balanced for a younger audience, but the gameplay or the people playing it are like my age or up most of the time. Right? Like they're teenagers or higher. Obviously I'm not a teenager anymore, but they're not meant, or the majority of players are not 10-year-olds.
Yeah, not anymore.
They're not the Ash Ketchums of the universe.
Oh, I heard Ash Ketchum's 18 now.
Oh, is he?
According to some cutscene.
Oh, interesting. Well, he finally became champion and master, which is what he's been going for. Grew up. I know. Finally stopped sucking pond water. And so pseudo fixes difficulty. What do I mean by that? Since you can go anywhere, if you want to, it's sort of self-imposed difficulty.
Yeah.
If you want a more challenge, go challenge, the second gym instead of the first gym.
Right.
Go challenge the fifth gym instead of the fourth gym. Unfortunately, this kind of caps itself at a certain point. Once you get to the Elite Four, you could be over-leveled, or you could be right around the level that they're expecting you to be at. That's kind of on you.
Yeah.
But throughout the story, you can sort of challenge yourself a lot more by taking on difficulties that you probably aren't meant to be at. And that's pretty cool.
Nice, nice.
There's also not only the gym battles this time. They split the main story into 3 different sections. So you have the gym battles with your rival. You have this taking on the regional team. This one is called Team Star. And so you're supposed to defeat 5 Team Star bosses throughout the world. And then you are taking on Titan Pokemon and trying to find special herbs to... I'm not going to say why, but yeah, you got to get that good kush. And part of it, all of it is centered around people that you meet in Pokemon University, which is what you're going to.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. The next thing I have is that the stories, all three of them, really good.
Oh, really?
I want to... Yeah, well, for a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like a God of War story or a Horizon story. They're nothing like that. But I cared, like, all about the cutscenes. I wanted to read more about them. I was excited to find out more about the story. There's actually a heartfelt story towards the end that you can get to that's, like, pretty deep and dark, compared to other Pokemon storylines.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a depressing ending for,
wow.
what a Pokemon game normally is.
Wow.
So that's really exciting. The stories are great, and the rivals and the side characters are all really good. This is the best rival that we've ever had.
Oh, I've heard that one.
She's really cool. She's exciting. I was happy to, like, run into her every single time, like, throughout the story mode.
Yeah.
Where most of the time it's like they're terribly, terribly written. They're so over the top. They're so clueless and dumb.
I remember feeling really bad for Hop every time I had to fight him. Oh,
he's brain dead. Hop's an idiot,
sad,
which is funny.
No, I don't want to beat him.
He's a moron because his brother is, like, characterized as the best champion that, Pokemon has ever seen.
Yeah.
And then you just have Hop
blowing it on every step.
I wonder which son is the mom's favorite. Give you one guess. Yeah. So, I'm not going to get too much more into it because talking about more of the specifics would give away too much of the story.
Right.
Or whatever we normally say, go fuck yourself in the story. But, this one I can talk about it without, revealing too much. So, where does that leave this game? Wolf mentioned that is both the best one and the worst one. And I'm leaning much more on the side of the best one. I think that the cons are largely irrelevant and largely do not impact the experience that you have while playing the game.
Right.
And I think if that's the case, if the cons are so good, it fixes so many of the problems that Pokemon has had before. There's, like, a lot of quality of life changes. There's some things that aren't great, of course. I'm not going to say this game is, like, literally perfect.
Right.
But as far as a Pokemon game, like, I think this is 10 out of 10. This is definitely the one that I've had the best experience with, especially in the past couple of years. I think if you look at Gen 5, 6, 7, and 8, those are probably all, like, within the 5 out of 10. Gen 5 had, like, a sort of like a reboot. They did Black and White and then Black and White 2.
Right.
Black and White 2 is really good. That's like an 8. But, like, original Black and White is, like, kind of medium. It's like maybe a 6, maybe a 7. But especially 6, 7, and 8 gens, those are like a 4 and 5. Those are dog shit.
Oh.
So I think the only ones that can hold a candle to Scarlet and Violet are the like really earlier games, which I think are mostly held up through nostalgia and copium.
Yeah, that tracks.
Most people got into Pokemon in those early games, especially around Gen 3, Gen 4. And I think a lot of people have those games as listed as their favorite solely because of nostalgia. If you look at if you compare the actual gameplay, this is leagues ahead of any of the other games. And I'm comfortable saying that because the Gen 2 reboot of Heart Gold, Soul Silver was previously my favorite Pokemon game. And so it's probably still my favorite, but it's not the best. Which are, I think, really important distinctions that most fans can't get behind. They're like, no, it's the best because it's my favorite.
That's right.
It's like, get out of here. It's not the best. I don't care if it's your favorite. You pick whatever favorite you want.
Exactly.
but it's not the best. I think this is the best game. Really, really cool. Kudos to Game Freak. There's still a lot of things that should be fixed and will hopefully be patched or improved upon over the couple years, or couple weeks. I mean.
Couple of years. Full around No Man's Sky.
Oh, for real, yeah. So, I won't get into those because they're mostly not important, but well done. If you're on the fence about it before, definitely recommend checking it out. It's really good.
Yeah. Honestly, it seems like a lot of the cons are also just like from all the new changes and upgrades they made. Just like they're doing a bunch of new things, so sure, of course, they're going to get some things wrong.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's completely open world. The game, the world is fully loaded at all times. Even the caves, like a lot of open world games don't always generate caves,
right?
Or generate have it caves open. They normally have cutscenes. And then you go into a new world.
Yeah.
But the caves, they don't have a cutscene. They're always open. Everything's open at all times. The only sort of loading things that you have are when you go into a building. That itself is pretty limited, which is kind of weird. In the cities, they took out a lot of the building exploration.
Oh.
So that's a little weird. A lot of the doors don't actually open.
No urbanism in here.
Yeah, they didn't like that. So, honestly, that's okay though, because how fun it is to explore the wild areas.
Right.
That's the main draw, and so I don't really care that they closed off a lot of the cities. All in all, very good. Now let's get into what I think will be really funny.
Ooh.
With Wolf rating only the new Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet.
Yes. Shall I open it myself, or are you going to screen share?
Why don't you open it? And we can just each go at a time. So, for those that have already played the game, the only thing I didn't include were the legends at the very end, the legends that you're supposed to find, not the ones that you start with. And I didn't include any of the Paradox Pokemon for those that you are familiar with that, just because I don't give a fuck. The Paradox ones are version exclusive, so if you you could get old forms, ancient forms of Pokemon if you got Scarlet, or you could get futuristic versions if you bought Violet.
I see.
So I didn't include those. Maybe we'll do that another time, but for now, we're just going to do the ones that everybody has access to. I also want you to read the names, because I think it'll be funny.
Here we try to pronounce him. I know this person. I've seen him. He's the Weed Cat.
He is the Weed Cat. So we're going to go pretty quick. Wolf's going to give a rating, or their initial thoughts and the rating, or anything funny they have to say, and then we're going to move on. We're going to blitz through.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh, and I'll add some commentary if there's anything relevant.
As needed.
All right, Wolf.
All right, we got
take it away.
Sprigatito, Florigato, and Meowscarada. Amazing in its first form, but somehow it just gets uglier.
It absolutely does. It gets worse and worse.
Next we got Fuecoco.
Oh, wait. What's the rating?
Oh, all right, rating. 5 out of 10.
You can do a collective rating.
Yeah,
for these
collective rating. 5 out of 10, just because it drops off so fast.
All right, fair enough.
Then we got Fuecoco, Crocolar, and Skeledirge. 2 out of 10. They're all awful. The first one's okay.
Okay, so I have to interject here. This is the collective, or the internet's collective best starter line.
What?
Yeah. Easily the most popular one.
You guys are nuts. He looks like he's wearing a fucking sombrero in his second form. And then the third form is just awful. What's going on?
The first form, a lot of people saying that this guy has no thought, no awareness.
I see that.
He is complete brain dead. Yeah. All right, moving on.
Quaxley, Quaxwell, and Quackable. 8 out of 10.
Okay. This is the one I picked.
Oh,
because Quaxley is far and away the best one. The one on the end Quaquavel. They were saying like you got or you got dank weed cat, you got fire crocodile, and you got gay.
Yeah, it looks very.
Yeah.
Got a lot going on.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh, we got Lechonk.
Lechonk.
And Oinkaloink. Oinkalogne.
Oinkalone.
I got it.
You got it. This one has a male and a female version.
I see. This is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, most people like this one.
I like this one. Tarantula and Speedopos. 5 out of 10. Mid.
Yeah.
Its evolution is worse.
It is by a lot.
We got Nimble and Low Kicks. 1 out of 10. The first one looks like it looks like, what do you got, like a desk weight. A paperweight. Just junk and child made.
You got paperweight and stapler.
We got Palmy, Palmo, and Palmot. 8 out of 10. Can't complain.
Yeah, a lot of people. This is the Pikachu incarnate.
Pretty much. I see it.
Yeah, there's always a new one in the game, and this is it.
Whooper, Paldean Lord,
okay,
and Clodsire.
So they have regional forms. So like they reskin or retheme older Pokemon and give them a new form in new regions sometimes. Yeah. And so Whooper, the blue one, that's the original one. And then you have Whooper, the Paldean form. And then Clodsire's new evolution. The collective nickname for this is Pooper.
Oh no! I give a 7 out of 10 for Pooper.
Yeah, good stuff. Oh, I can't wait for this one.
Tandemas and Mousehold. I've seen these ones.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, so a lot of people were saying, so at level 25, they have the chance to evolve, and they become two parents, and eventually, if you open your party at a random encounter, they can have kids, either two or one of them. And a lot of people were saying, that's not evolution.
You know.
That's just mouses fucking.
I mean, isn't that what the Voltorbs do? They just group up.
The Magnemite group up.
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah. They do group up. That's fair. All right.
Fido and Dashpa. Nah, these are cute. 10 out of 10. Food dogs.
That's true.
Smoliv, Dolive, and Arbolive. Why she got fruit?
Smoliv have seen some demons.
Oh yeah, they're traumatized. They're like a Victorian child. 6 out of 10. The final
Fair
one's
enough.
got too much fruit.
That's true. Well, it's olives.
Oh, is olive a fruit?
No, I don't know what olives are. I don't know what olives are.
We'll never know.
Yeah, moving on.
We got Squackabilly.
Oh yeah, so this one just has a bunch of different colors.
I see. This is just a bird with a... What is that thing called?
Pompadour?
Oh, yeah, Pompadour. 2 out of 10.
Yeah, this one's not good. Doesn't even evolve.
Oh, disgusting.
Oh, so... we might end up putting this slideshow on our YouTube version.
Yep.
And you'll note that I stole a lot of pictures from IGN. However, IGN just ripped them from the Pokedex.
Amazing.
And then slapped their logo on it. So
the criminals.
Yeah, sometimes I provided extra pictures if their screenshots didn't do them justice.
I see.
Anyways, continuing on to this
Next
rock salt Pokemon.
Knackley, Knackle Stack, and Garganackle. I like this one. He looks like ice cream. 8 out of 10.
This one's solid. I love this one.
Annihilate.
Annihilate. So this is a new evolution for a previous Mankey and Primeape.
Goth World over here.
I know, right?
9 out of 10.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Charcadet and Armarouge / Sarah Luge.
Yep.
Huh. 10 out of 10.
Which one?
10 out of 10. Both of them.
Yeah. I especially like the Cerulege a lot more, but
oh yeah,
they're both really cool.
Cerulege could get it.
Cerulege looks like something out of an anime.
Exactly.
Like a non-Pokemon anime.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
We got Bulb and Bellabolt. Look at these! These little things! I give a 7 out of 10. Goofy little fucks.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Wattrel and Kilowattrel. This is a bird. It's not even like a fancy bird.
Yeah, well, there's even worse birds down the line.
1 out of 10.
Oh, you don't like this one?
No.
It's an electric bird. I kind of like this
ugly
one.
bird.
Oh. All right. This is even worse.
Dunsparce and Dunsparce.
Dunsparce is like a Gen 2 or Gen 3 mon. It never had an evolution. So that's the one on the left.
Yeah.
Then they gave it this quote-unquote evolution and called it Dunsparce.
God, gained another segment.
Oh, that's all. It's literally... So, it can either... The Pokedex entry is it can either have 2 segments or 3 segments.
Wow, riveting.
And it's a 99% chance that it'll have 2 and a 1% chance it'll have 3.
Oh, gotta get those triple Dunsparces in there. Doesn't that make it a Dunsparce?
Boo.
2 out of 10.
Yeah, this was very unfortunate. This is another entry in... the next one, I mean. Is an entry into old Pokemon that got new evolutions.
Oh, its ass is its head now. Girafarig
that's right.
and Ferrigiraf.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Oh, you like it?
I like this one.
It's a good one.
It's cute.
A good one. It is, yeah.
Mastiff and Mabostiff. 5 out of 10. They're dogs.
Yeah.
The first one,
the
second one looks less like a Pokemon and more just like a dog.
True. It does. Spoiler alert. I know it said spoiler free, but I think this will be really funny. So if you skip over this, if you don't want to listen to it, one of the storylines, when I said you have to go collect the special herbs,
yeah.
It's literally because the character's Mabostiff is dying. And you need to collect them and hopefully it'll heal him.
Oh no!
It's like, why don't you just go to a Pokemon Center? It's like, yeah, they said they couldn't do anything.
Lost hope.
So this dog is just dying in a Pokemon game.
Your dog's dying plot. That's what we needed.
Yeah. Another spoiler alert. The dog ends up living, but his dad is dead.
Oh no! They traded lives! Traded life forces!
Yep. Sure did. Yeah, anyways, moving on. Spoilers over for those that were on.
That's right. Spoiler over. Shroodle and Gruffia. Wow. What a glow up. 8 out of 10.
I had to provide the side example because the IGN didn't do it justice.
Look at that nose! Oh, man.
Oh, good stuff.
Then we have Tauros, Palladian form, Aqua and Blaze.
Yeah. This is another one that's just got a different form. They did a lot of these.
This is a downgrade. 2 out of 10.
Yeah, not great.
Just in black and white.
Yeah.
Bramblin and Bramblecast. 10 out of 10.
Literally just tumbleweeds.
Gotta give it to them for the creativity.
Fair enough.
Fucking brambles. Anime eyes. Toad School and Toad Scroll. 2 out of 10. Ugly. Icky.
Oh, these, I'll have to find the video of these guys, the running animation.
They run?
Oh yeah, those are legs. No. So these ones are based off of Tentacruel and Tentacool from like Gen 1.
Yeah.
I should have picked them, but they're just like jellyfish, right?
Yeah.
These ones are now ground and like grass instead of like water and poison.
Legs.
And so they just fucking run around and haul ass at you.
At least they should at least hop.
That's one of the original. I just put it on the thing.
Ah, it looks much better.
Yeah, that's the original one. And the other one just looks like a bigger version of that.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no, so they fucking run at you.
Horrific.
It is
terrifying.
It is horrific. I love it though. All right, moving on.
Cloth! 8 out of 10.
The cloth.
Cloth!
Fuck this guy.
No!
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Capsa Kid and Scovillain. 8 out of 10.
I think this one could have, the final evolution could have been improved if they added more red throughout the body.
Yeah.
Like the whole point. So this is a grass and fire type. The first grass and fire type we've ever had. I think it could have been improved if like you could added more fire throughout the body.
Yeah, like the heads, they're clearly like peppers, so they should be like orange, red, yellow, and the rest of them can be green.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been cool actually if we had, because we had like a ton of ones with different colors.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if they did different color peppers.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been a good idea. Fuck this next one.
Reller and Rabaska. These are disgusting. 1 out of 10. Goes from dung beetles to rolling around a giant hemorrhoid.
Oh my god.
Where's the thing I've laid my
rolling
eyes
around rolling around animal or Pokemon shit and then rolling around a fucking kidney stone.
Why does it look like that? Who proved this?
Someone just fished a fetus out of the trash. Wait a second. Yeah, this one is... What did you rate it, by the way?
1 out of 10.
I'm surprised you haven't gone into negative at any point.
Nah, we haven't hit that bad yet.
This isn't that bad?
Flittle.
Interesting.
And Espathra. Oh my god.
This one is like Lady Gaga.
They become ugly. 5 out of 10.
They do. This is like such a weird transition.
From cute
it feels
little,
like it's
cupcake macaroon thing to turkey.
Yeah, it feels like it's missing a middle evolution.
Skipped a step.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh! Tinka Tink, Tinka Tough, and Tinka Ton. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I hear this one smacks crows out of the sky.
Oh, yeah, it smacks one of the metal birds. It throws its hammer at it.
Deserved. Oh, yeah. And it's adorable.
It is, yeah. It's also the best type in the game.
Oh, wow.
Fairy and steel, it's the best combination.
Fairy steel.
Yep. Alright, what about this next one?
Wiglet and Woog Trio. What?
So yeah, this is another one that's based off of a Gen 1. Those are the Doug Trio and Diglett.
Woog.
You got Wiglet and Woog Trio.
Why is he white?
I don't know. And then he becomes a fucking triple dildo.
Oh, God. Someone's mind wasn't right when they made this one.
Nope.
0 out of 10.
Alright.
Bombardier. Oh, it's like a stork.
It is.
5 out of 10.
Yeah, fairly basic, but not bad. Alright, what about this one?
Finizen, Palafin, and the Palafin Hero Former.
So, Finizen and Palafin are the two dolphins. The only difference is it gets that heart on its stomach.
That's ridiculous.
And then it has an ability, I think it's like when it drops below a certain amount of health or something, it becomes this fucking like Aquaman
thing.
Yeah, it becomes an abomination.
-2.
Oh yeah, this is bad.
Oh my god. I can't
it's also
look away.
It's also you have to evolve it in multiplayer.
Oh, even worse.
You have to interact with someone like to evolve it.
Oh good, I don't want this thing.
It's rough.
Keep it out of my sight. Varoom and Revaroom.
Someone just looked at a fucking engine block and said, yeah, that's a Pokemon.
You get a 1 out of 10.
This is... Reveroom is like a recurring character in the game.
Why? Making you look at it.
Yeah.
With its fucking sex doll mouth.
Wait a second, I wanna see if I can pull up.
Oh, lost.
Oh wait, okay. I found it. Throughout the game, they turn it into this. They turn it into a car. They strap car parts to it and just like turn it into a vehicle.
That's how that works.
They call it the Starmobile.
Ridiculous. At least make it other Pokemon. Make them combine like a mecha.
One wish, but no, they didn't get that. Alright, moving on.
Cyclizar. Oh, I've seen some version of this.
Oh, we'll get that at the end, yeah.
I know. It gets -5 out of 10 because I know it runs and it doesn't roll.
True. It just runs around.
You've got wheels and they don't spin.
Yeah, the wheels are false. It doesn't use them.
Oh, this poor creature. Earthworm. They show up to do your colon exam.
I had to put screenshots of what it actually looks like because it has fucking legs. But it only shows like in the cutscene. It shows those blue legs come out.
Why does it have legs? It's a worm. And then the third screenshot, it looks like it doesn't even use the legs.
It doesn't. Like in the overworld encounter, it does not use the legs.
Awful.
It just worms its way around.
As it should. 0 out of 10. What's this? Glimmet and Glimora. 5 out of 10.
Yeah, Glimora opens up.
That's cute. That's cool. Blooms.
Yeah, not bad.
Like a real flower. Greavard and Houndstone. 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10?
2 out of 10!
Oh, you're gonna upset the fans on that one.
Oh my god!
The Pokédex entry is like, it loves being around people, but it slowly drains their soul away.
Of course they do. Die for the dog.
Oh, I really am excited about this one.
It's the flamingo! It's just the flamingo!
I spelled it wrong. It's actually
flamingo. No N.
Yeah, there's no N. It's a flamingo that is spelled flamingo.
At least make it a different color.
They didn't. They just left it pink.
Awful. -2 out of 10.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait. Okay, here's the shiny form, by the way.
I'm gonna be...
It is more pink. It's slightly like pale pink.
Sickly flamingo. tied its neck not too tight, it can't breathe. Awful.
There is... Okay, so... What type do you think this is?
Flying? Is
it
kicking
is
a type?
Flying fighting. So kicking is a type, technically.
Oh, it's just the
What
flamingo.
an abomination. Wait, what did you give this for a rating?
What was it? A -2 out of 10? Now it's a -5 now that I've seen the shiny.
Alright, fair enough.
Setotl and Setirin. Oh, this one's funky. I give a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I like this one.
I like it. I like the first form the best. I usually do.
Yeah. They kind of bungle them at the final.
They go into their awkward phase.
Yeah, so this one is the two on the left are ones that we previously had, and then they gave it a new evolution this time.
Kingabit. That's not bad. Well, the original is like 10 out of 10, but the evolution like a 2 out of 10. It's too much like a man.
It's just some guy
in a suit.
Just Craig in a suit.
Pokemon into the sky. It's just like, it's just a dude. Veluza!
Sure, wait, hang on. Surely that happens, like, in the world of Pokemon. Someone just, like, dresses up as Pokemon.
Oh, absolutely.
And, like, tries to seduce them.
Oh, yeah, the Mr. Hands of the Pokemon world.
Well, they like, canonically, there's like, Pokemon fanatics, they're called, in the game.
Yeah.
But they're typically kids.
Ah.
And so they dress up, like, as Eevee and Pikachu in, like, a onesie or whatever.
Yeah.
And they, like, pretend, but they're also, like, 4 years old.
That's what they call their furries. Fanatics.
All right.
Veluza! I like this one. 10 out of 10. I like how it opens.
Yeah, it opens when it attacks. It's pretty cool.
Arms up.
Oh, yeah.
Dondozo. 4 out of 10. 3 out of 10.
Oh, you don't like it? Going down.
The longer I look at it, the worse it gets. The more I notice things I don't like.
Oh,
like the sperm coming off his chin.
A little dribble. He's got I couldn't really get a good... Oh, here's a decent picture. Of the long tail that he has.
The
tail.
There you go. You're surrounded!
And then the shiny is yellow. Yeah, shiny's yellow.
Piss man.
So does the tail improve it at all?
No. It's not enough.
Not enough?
It's gotta be longer.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's just a large catfish.
Give it some personality.
Oh, alright. Where am I? Here we go.
Tatsugiri.
It's got 3 different colors. That's the only difference.
What is this? Fish shrimp thing.
It's supposed to be like a piece of sushi.
What?
Yeah.
0 out of 10, now that I know that.
Or like sashimi, I guess.
Yeah, awful. Awful.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah, I see. It's just laying on a single grain of rice.
Yeah. It is. And then it's like all of them have this stand-up animation here.
It's even worse. Why does it stand up?
All right. So, what type do you think this is?
Flying.
It's water dragon.
Dragon!
And do you want to know the worst thing?
What?
This one has an ability called Commander that if the previous one, Don Dozo, is out on the field with it, Tatsugiri jumps inside its mouth and commands Don Dozo.
Oh, it gets bored.
It does. Well, it controls the one that it's getting bored by.
Oh my god, it just gets worse.
It planktons SpongeBob's brain.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it does.
Ultimate reference.
The kids will love it.
0 out of 10. All it has done is disappoint me.
Just like me.
Yeah, Frigibax, Artibax, and Baxcalibur. This thing is ugly. Oh my god.
This is the pseudo legend of the game.
Oh my god. This creator did not love it. They're so focused on making Pokemon not fuckable, they're making them just ugly. 0 out of 10.
Funny enough, I think the middle form is actually its best form.
Yeah. And it's not best like by a lot.
No, not at all.
Kinda just looks
Why
like
did the claws become red?
Yeah.
They were gold in the first 2 versions, and the eyes are all gold.
Red suddenly. That's how I know this is a big boy. If this thing walked up to me, I would punt it out of fear. Especially that first one.
Oh, yeah, especially. That thing is the sign of like the size of a leaf in game.
Oh, perfect.
It's like a blade of grass.
It looks like the fetus from Resident Evil Village.
Alright, what about this abomination?
Gimmighoul and Golindo. Oh my god. I give the left side a 10 out of 10, but that whatever that thing is a negative 10 out of 10.
Goldengo is the 1000th Pokemon, by the way.
Of course it is.
And everyone thought the 1000th Pokemon was going to be something insane.
And that's what insane, all right.
They gave us something out of Fortnite.
This thing sneaks into your house to diddle you. Ugh. Ugh. How did they start so well and go so bad?
Oh, I don't know. Well, yeah, Gimmighoul is like, you find a bunch of them, like, all over the area, and they give you coins.
I like it. It's like a mimic chest, but friendly.
Yeah, kinda. And then it disappears once you get the coin. Look at Goldengo, by the way.
Yeah.
Now look at it. I don't remember what this show is called, but it's all I can think of. It's like Rocket something. Rocket Power.
Rocket Power.
Yeah. That's all I can think of when I see Goldengo.
Unfortunate.
Oh, man. All right. We have 2 left.
Koraidon, the other... There's so much going on!
So this is the box legend of the game. You get it really early on. What's that?
People paid to have this one.
They sure did.
They wanted this one.
This, believe it or not, is the more popular one.
Terrified to see the other one.
This is the one that has the wheel that doesn't actually work. So it runs around with that wheel sticking out, but it uses its legs and arms.
Awful! That's awful! Period. But no, it's got feathers, and apparently its texture is wrinkly like a fucking avocado.
It has the ride form and then the battle form, which is the, left and right.
Oh, 1 out of 10. I'll give it 1 point for creativity.
So this is the Scarlet. This is the Scarlet version. It's the game that's centered around the past.
I hate the implications that it's aquatic.
Oh yeah, so it swims, but it goes like this.
Why?
Yeah. It does that.
They didn't have the technology to make it spin.
No. It doesn't spin or do anything like dogs underwater kicking. It goes like
like it can't swim.
Yeah, it's like drowning. All right, this next one is the other legend from Violet.
Okay, Miraidon. It's shaped like a dick. Like very... No, not even a little! It's very explicit. At least in its 2D form.
I like that they have this guy, and then they have Wug Trio as well. Like complete all the dildos.
And they're the ones that fuck the Pokemon.
True.
What's happening?
So this one actually uses the wheels.
10 out of 10.
In every form, it's always using the wheels.
9 out of 10.
And actually has when it's by the way, they can both fly.
What do you mean they can fly? They don't have wings.
So this one is so if you flip the 2D around, it has jets.
I see.
And you can see them on the side there, right by the knee, back by the by the back wheel.
Yeah. That
little oval thing is a jet.
Okay.
And so when you're riding around or when you boost, the jet pulses out. And then when it's flying, it's not really flying, it's more like gliding. You can just glide to an area. You can't go upward, but you can like a parasail from Legend of Zelda, basically. It spouts out kind of like plane wings a little bit.
Yeah. This is infinitely better than the other one.
And this is the least popular one.
This is madness. You guys are insane. You guys don't have
This
taste.
is the one I picked. I picked Miraidon because of how much better it is.
He uses the wheel. He's got style. He doesn't have a bunch of useless, worthless feathers. He looks sleek. Yeah. He looks like something that is rideable.
Yeah, here you go. I found a picture of... That's the flying form for Miraidon.
I see. Its eyebrows extend.
It's kind of got large ears almost or something. If you go back to Koraidon, I'll show you what he looks like. That's the flying animation. It spouts its fucking eyebrows out.
Someone was really set on this car Pokemon design.
Well, yeah, but this Koraidon isn't even using the wheels.
Yeah, it's the worst part.
I know, it just runs around and it's so annoying.
You guys chose the goofy knot car over the cool, sleek motorcycle Pokemon.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad we see eye to eye on this one. I was so mad. Like,
also,
when
the color
saying,
scheme is cool.
Yeah.
You guys are missing
It's
out.
so much better in every way. The only thing, like, the battle style, or the battle form is, like, kind of cool, but then you have a fucking humongous tire in the way. It does nothing.
I think
At least Miraidon...
It would get a
It's
higher...
all dick.
The first one would get a higher version if they did anything with the tire. It's just there.
No, it's just there. It is literally just there.
An insult and an affront to animals everywhere.
Especially, like, in the riding form. Like, the tire is just there by the neck and doesn't do anything.
Dragging along the ground.
Yeah. So, they have, like, special powers that you can unlock throughout the game. And the first one you get is a boost. Or, well, the first one you're intended to get is a boost.
Yeah.
When you boost with Miraidon, you, like, send out, like, a pulse from the back of your jets and you get faster.
Yeah.
This guy, he goes from running to running faster. he just speeds up and, like, goes faster.
He should be like a Healy, like he could run and then he swoops with the wheel.
That would have been good, but no, they just, like, made him run faster.
They should put me on the design team.
They should put anybody on the design team.
And the way the Miraidon, the way the wheel can go away because it's built into the body, because it's just the tail and the chest.
Right. It's so much better.
Man.
Yeah, Miraidon is Electric Dragon, and then Koraidon is Fighting Dragon.
11 out of 10 for Miraidon.
For Miraidon?
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff. You have taste. I knew coming to you was right.
I could be trusted when the time came.
Yeah. All right. That wraps up Pokemon.
That's right.
Maybe we'll do the Paradox forms another time because they're really funny.
Yeah.
And that might be a good time. But for now, we're going to be moving right along to... Oh, actually, collectively, rating all, like, 50 new Pokemon.
Yeah.
1 to 10, like, how would you rate them collectively?
As a set?
Yeah.
8 out of 10. There's some really good ones, and then there's some really, really bad ones.
Yeah. There are some stinkers.
I'd like to talk to whoever made Tatsugiri. Give him a bop on the nose with a newspaper.
Oh, man. That's your least favorite one, huh?
What?
That's your least favorite one?
Yeah.
Over the Flamigo?
Over the Flamingo.
Wow. All right. Well, tell us what your favorite and least favorite ones are on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
Or the YouTube comments if you're there.
Oh, yeah.
Which you should be everywhere.
Let us know on every single website so we don't miss it.
That's right, because I will miss it otherwise. Random question of the week from Rain. Wolf, what is it?
If you could choose to be the best in the world at one thing, what would it be? Exclude choices for, like, monetary reasons.
Yeah, monetary reasons. You could pick, like, best actor or actress if you want, like, actual acting powers, but you can't choose it to be, like, highest paid or whatever.
Yeah.
Same with, like, I'm gonna also, like, put off limits, like, best in the world at poker or something like that, because that's literally just you want to win a bunch of money.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, what would you have? What would you want to be the best in the world at?
I'd be the best at controlling my facial muscles, like Jim Carrey in The Grinch.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
that's literally who I thought of when he was doing The Grinch. Why facial muscles?
I think it's a cool party trick. And it's not something most other people can do.
Interesting. All right, that's fair.
I can make every face in the world.
I want to be the best linguist. So I want to be, not for monetary reasons, I just, like, want to be able to go anywhere and understand everybody.
Yeah.
I think that would be a cool party trick.
Yeah.
Being able to speak any language, speak and understand.
Language.
Yeah.
God
that would be so
himself is
cool.
going to come down and strike you down.
I watched a video a while ago about like this 19-year-old that knows like 25 languages.
Wow.
And I'm just like, wow, I would like to be you, but even more OP. That's me.
That's you.
Yeah. That would be really cool. I would not be hindered in any way.
Mood.
Imagine, then you put both of our brains together, and we can make every face in any language.
We'd be a living demon to everyone we met. This thing that warps its face can speak in every human tongue.
An actual nightmare. All right. Let us know what you would like to be the best in the world at. And again, we will shame you if you pick something for monetary reasons.
That's right. We'll know. We'll sense it.
We will know. We'll understand the deep connection that you have with it. If you pick like, I'm gonna be the best OnlyFans. Get out of here.
Bam.
I just want to have fans. Get out of here. Then I better not see any. They're like, however, if you put best OnlyFans, but everything is free, then I'll allow it.
Yeah.
No tipping either.
None. You do it for the altruism.
That's right. All right, Wolf, take it away.
I'm Wolf, taking things away. Thank you for watching episode 52 of You're Ridiculous. If you liked all that, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified of the next episode. And if you watch us on our podcast website, be sure to give us 5 stars and hit the plus. You can follow us across the internet at the main cast on Instagram and Twitter at ridiculous_cast. You can follow Lucas at 7AngryWasps, also on Instagram and Twitter. And you can follow me at Rainbow Does without the W on Twitter. We hope to see you all again next week. Tell your friends, tell your families, tell your dogs. Goodbye!
The dogs are what we want.
Yeah, mostly.
Bye-bye.